Everyone.
You know, I'm gonna point this out too, and I really don't give a fuck about saying this shit. I like how this nigga is talking so much shit, but you can look at this motherfucker and tell that at no point in his life was he getting bitches.
For the victory lap though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome. What for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no challenge for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here. Switch gears, we keeping haters in the rear.
So I haven't seen this one.
That's a good one.
I have no idea what this is about. So
This
I'm
shit's
always
wild.
excited. I'm always excited. You know what I'm saying? For like, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Ryan, with two N's at the end, has created a new dating app for conservatives because, no one's ever thought of this before. And it's called The Right Stuff. Let's go to Ryan for an explanation of what conservative people can expect when they're on it.
Ryan, I've got to tell you about something I am so excited to announce. A dating app for all of us conservatives. It's called The Right Stuff, and it's launching this September. What I love most about it is that it's invite only, so not just anyone can join.
Hold on, I'll pause this shit real quick. Yeah. Nigga, like, tell me this shit don't fucking sound like the music from eHarmony in the background, yeah?
Yup, it do. That's crazy.
Oh my god, sorry, I'm stupid, bro.
You good? That's funny.
Yeah, I'll be playing this shit, bro.
First of all, it's free to use. And for my ladies, you'll never have to pay because we all get premium subscriptions for simply inviting a couple friends. Gentlemen, if you want access to premium, that's on you. And by the way, those are the only two options. Ladies and gentlemen, The Right Stuff is all about getting into the right dating pool with people who share the same values and beliefs as you. You'll start off by building your perfect profile. No pronouns necessary. We want you to put your best foot forward, which includes your favorite photos of yourself doing what you love or being with the people you love. Our prompts give you the opportunity to let people know various sides of you. So remember, be authentic and creative. We're sorry that you've had to endure years of bad dates and wasted time with people that don't see the world our way, the right way.
I can't.
What is a woman? Can you tell me that?
My favorite thing about, and I don't think this is indicative of right wingers, although this ad certainly had this message of transgender people, we don't want you. When it's like, they didn't ask to be invited. They're not interested in you. So like, I love how they're like, not interested. And it just.
No, make no mistake. I'm not saying that I agree. I'm pausing real quick. I'm not saying that I agree with this app, but what she's saying is absolutely fucking wrong. Like, yes, the fuck they did. They 100% did. Like, you're considered trans fucking, what is it called? Like transis or transracial, some shit like that. If you don't fucking, if you're a straight, like, man and you don't want to date trans women.
Yeah.
It's like a real thing. Like, oh, well, what does that say about you? I'm like, that I like women. Fuck on me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it really means that you're not a homosexual.
Yeah, one of my homegirls had a conversation with her about it, right? And she's like, "What is the big fucking deal?" Blah blah blah. I just don't understand. Like, if you were vibing with that person, right, and then all of a sudden they told you they were trans, right, and then all of a sudden you get upset, then like, what does that really say about you? I'm like, it says that I don't like fucking liars or men. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I said, first of all, that's dangerous as fuck. Like, nigga, like, motherfuckers, that's literally the people that, trans people are being murdered at an alarming rate. Nigga, that's why. Because you've been lying to this dude for fucking weeks, months, whatever, and then, you know what I'm saying, they making out whatever too, and then all of a sudden get hot and heavy, and you ain't, finished the procedure yet, and you gotta think, you damn right. Absolutely. In the heat of the moment, I would probably snap too. And you been like,
I mean, I agree, man, because your world would be like, your world would be fucked. Your world, it'd be fucked.
you're not even giving this motherfucker a chance to make that fucking like decision for himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking dangerous.
That's, you know what's funny? That's no different than someone who has a sexually transmitted disease, having sex with you unprotected, and then not telling you, and you wind up with AIDS.
Absolutely.
Same concept.
So I don't agree. My bad.
Just reminds me of like, inevitably, I'm sure every woman who's in the public has experienced a guy reaching out to her to say, I disagree with everything you say, but I would bang. And it's like, have you seen yourself in the mirror? You think I'd bang? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like this presumption that like everyone wants you, and it's like, no one wants you.
My favorite part of that is that like, he thinks there's some percentage chance she'll read this comment and be like, oh, he does want to bang. Okay, I'm gonna write him right away. Like, really? Okay, so but now back to these folks. Now, look, is it possible that some trans folks might have a kink where they're like, ooh, like, you know, doing something to a Republican, that could be kind of interesting. It's possible, okay. But are folks likely to sign up for a dating app where everyone they'd be dating would hate them?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, so these are the same guys who said, oh, hey, we love Donald Trump after he said he would ban all Muslims from the country. They're like, now remember, Jake, you're not invited. Why would I want to date you if you already hate me? You already told me you hate me, right? So
I'm gonna point out, like, I ain't even gonna act like I love Trump or no shit like that or whatever, right? But he never said that.
Oh, he didn't. But that's the narrative.
CNN said that, right? And I remember way back when, right, when I was stationed in Naples, and one of my like senior listed, you know what I'm saying, why you don't like him? I think he's racist, whatever, blah, 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 right? One of the things was that I give it to him. He had receipts. Like, he had his phone out and everything to show me that I was wrong, right? So what about the Muslim ban, for example, right? He never said it was a Muslim ban, right? CNN said that Trump was doing a Muslim ban, but Trump never said that. Those words never came out of his mouth. Don't get me wrong, I never think there's still something wrong with him, and he can be kind of stupid at times, right? But at the same time, they didn't like him, and then the media painted a narrative against him. So it just is what it is, right?
But they think, so remember, because right-wingers have infinite entitlement. Yep. They think, oh my God, everybody wants me.
No.
But it's invite only. Invite only, no pronouns, no commas, no grammar, no facts. Everyone, we're having a fun here, okay? And everyone.
You know, I'm gonna point this out too, and I really don't give a fuck about saying this shit. I like how this nigga is talking so much shit, but you can look at this motherfucker and tell that at no point in his life was he getting bitches. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say it. He was never that guy that like had like a plethora of women, right, to choose from. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's hilarious that he's like talking so much shit right now. But like, hey, don't forget when you was a fucking 27-year-old virgin, bro. Okay, and you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck out my face. Bro. I can't stand motherfuckers like that, man. Don't forget where the fuck you came from.
Here's a liar, by the way, and loves liars. Good luck.
Meet your next partner to snorb the Capitol. It'll be great. Now, The Hill wrote about the right stuff in detail in July, noting that the app was created by former Trump White House staffers and is backed by, oh, wow, look, conservative tech billionaire Peter Thiel, who has invested $1.5 million into the app. Now, look, what is it like dating a conservative? I wouldn't know, I haven't really dated conservatives. I'm not interested in dating conservatives, but I do think it's important to hear from a conservative who has firsthand experience with it. Let's hear a little bit from Tommy Lahren.
I thought you said that you were serious about growing on Instagram. Then how come you haven't gotten into my free Instagram growth course that you could get by?
This is a PSA for all the men out there and all the boys who think they're men, but they're actually boys. My friends are attractive. All of my friends are successful. All of my friends have something going on. Almost every single one of them have an issue with men. But if all of these women, including myself, are having issues, then I have to think it might not be us. It might be you. It might be men. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and they're not any better in the Midwest. They, quite frankly, I think they're trash all over this country, in the age range of about 20 to I think about 55, maybe even 60. A lot of men are trash. It will be a cold day in hell when I chase a man. And I know that's the same thing for my friends as well.
You know, I find it funny that she says things. I'm like, you know, bitch, I bet you would know. Okay.
And let me add one quick thing on this. So it's funny. So this is why I love watching different like left wing, right wing.
Yeah.
It's funny how they use this clip because they know that she is a right winger.
Yeah.
But the points she's making are all left wing points. It's all about hating men.
I'm like,
feminism. It has nothing to do with the right wing, but because she's famous, everyone knows her for this stuff. That's how people interpret it. They'll miss what she's saying and be like, "Oh, well, she's right wing."
Yeah, no, like that's not even remotely. So
yeah,
I told you, man, they smart. They know what the fuck they're doing.
And if my friends are listening and they're thinking about chasing a man, please, for the love of God, do not, because there is not one single man on planet Earth, okay, that is worth making any woman feel like she is not good enough. The problem is we are two enough and you can't handle it.
They're two enough, and conservative. We're not winning with conservative men. We're not winning. Trash, according to Tommy Lahren.
No, but to be fair, only the ones between 25 and 60. What are you going to marry? Are we going to date a 24-year-old or a 61-year-old? Fascinating. Okay, so probably not the best ad for this new app.
Right.
By the way, Mark Davis, a YouTube member, agrees with what Tommy Lauren's saying. This app will be 99% men, and all the photos will be fishing, hunting photos, and pics of dudes doing keg stands wearing a Trump flag as a cape. Totally. That's what you want to sign up for? But hey, it's invite only.
You know what? I'm not against the app. Do you, Booze? Right?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I totally agree.
It's a tool for people to connect, and even though it's not my people, great. If it's gonna help people connect and find love, I have nothing against it. What I do have against these types of things is they tend to be schemes, right? So let's talk about other similar apps that were rolled out previously. What happened to them? I was curious about that. So there was this app launched for Donald Trump supporters known as Donald Daters. It was launched and aimed toward Trump voters who wanted to find like-minded people to date. A security researcher discovered the app was exposing their information in an open database, including biographical details such as names and profile photos, but also potentially tokens for logging into people's accounts and private messages. Oops, that's not good. On top of that, the app itself didn't work well either. So Motherboard downloaded and tested the app, which as far as dating apps go, was clunky and seemingly barely functional.
Which described a lot of the men on the app as well.
Right, according to Tommy Lahren. Despite dating preference.
I know this motherfucker ain't gonna do about nobody. Talking about clunky and or chunky.
That's him. He described himself.
Or stating preferences as looking for women in New York City, Motherboard was shown exclusively men who claimed to live in other parts of the country. That's not convenient. And also personality questions on users' profiles asks them what they are triggered by.
God, look at how like right wingers, man, they know they get triggered. They live in fear. Yeah. They want to be victims. They're like, what are you triggered by? I'm triggered by liberals. I'm triggered by Muslims. I'm triggered by Mexicans. Who are you triggered by?
So numerous things throughout the app are misspelled or non-functional. The app also only lets users look at 10 people before locking them out and asking them to pay nearly $30 a month in this like monthly fee.
I guarantee you the ones you see after the first 10 are not as good looking.
Yeah.
For men and women.
So that app, Donald Daters, no longer exists. And a simple search in the Apple App Store results in no matches. A search for conservative dating or Republican dating brings up Republican singles, which has 2.2 stars.
Oh boy. All right, first of all, hashtag freedom, date each other, get out of our dating pool, love it. But secondly, last serious comment here, Peter Thiel is part of the LGBTQ community. He is funding an app that throws the LGBTQ community under the bus because, hey, money, that's his god. So he'll attack his own just to make an extra buck. And that's how greedy right-wing billionaires roll. Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and go. You can already tell where I'm at.
Yeah, so as far as the app goes, right? I have no problem with the app. It's a typical app. It's like any other the apps that segment people based on race, religion, ethnicity, way of thinking.
There we go.
I have no problem with that, right? I have no problem with the paid membership or the invite only. That's how a lot of places work. Like I think I think Tinder, I think you can boost your account to just get more you pay for shit like that. And most men are gonna have to pay for that because women are just getting so many likes or whatever that the men have to boost yourself up, right? So I have no problem with that. My only issue is that like watching that clip and stuff, it's just crazy to me how like we got to a point where like it's like you can't even have a regular conversation with somebody who doesn't think politically the same as you, where you're like, yo, I don't fuck with right wingers like at all like that. And to me, and the thing is, I think you can make the same case about the way Ryan was talking, but to me it's different because I think the reason she's saying she like no pronouns, she's insinuating we don't want that type of community on there is because those people like to I guess put other people down who don't think the same way as them. Where I think generally speaking, like if you're someone who is kind of against like maybe the transgender community, you're in generally speaking, those people aren't out here just saying like I don't fuck with you, right? It's what I think what she's saying is we don't want the people on that platform who are going to be putting us down for liking what we want. We just want to be able to like what we like and basically say get out of our way. Where right now it's like if you don't like something someone else likes, they're trying to make your life a living hell. So let us have our safe space where we can date. That's all they're asking for, and that's how I feel about it.
So I'm never start with that video, bro. I'm so irritated. Let's see. First of all, right, like you said before, they didn't want, like anybody with the pronouns and everything like that, right? So, first of all, what is a pronoun? Let's just start with that, right? I should look it up so I get the actual verbatim, right? Pronoun is a word that can function itself as a noun phrase and refers either to the participants in the discourse, right? Or to someone or something mentioned elsewhere in the discourse. So pretty much, a pronoun is essentially a pronoun. It's just crazy to me, right? A pronoun is pretty much a word that is used instead of a noun or like a noun phrase, right? Let's make this very fucking clear. Let's say I'm 38. Maybe let's put it to 45. 45 years old, right? So I'm 45 years old. You know what I mean? I'm divorced. I've been divorced for a few years, right? You know what I'm saying? Even let's make it more extreme, right? Because let's be honest, like a lot of the liberals, the super hardcore liberals, that's what they want to do. They want to make it super extreme, right? When it comes to the whole abortion thing, right? What if somebody gets raped? Cool. Play about that, right? Let's say that I'm widowed. My wife died in a car accident, right? I have 2 kids that I'm raising on my own, right? I want to get back up there to dating, right? I've been dating for over 15 years, right? Get on some apps, whatever, right? Then I see all this preferred pronoun, shit like that, or whatever. I'm confused. Not even on social media, anything like that, right? I think that would 100% confuse the living dog shit out of people, right? First and foremost. It is not inviting. It's not accommodating. It's not anything. People say what you want. You're trying to rewrite the English language, first of all, right? Which I can agree. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Yes, are there super hardcore conservatives that are racist and sexist and you know what I mean? We all know that there are, right? But on the opposite end, right, there are just as many hardcore liberals that are equally as against, you know, men, straight men, you know what I mean? Like black men, whatever, like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's an agenda. Like if people say what they want to say about it, right? So if I was to make an app saying that like, hey, I just don't want none of that BS in it, right? Does that make me wrong? Right? That makes me wrong because I'm going based off of what has worked for thousands of years, right? We all formulated on an English language, right? Let's be very clear. We're talking about the English language. Imagine Spanish.
Yeah. I know it's confusing for Spanish.
Feminine and masculine conjugations for everything,